Hey guys, Mike from the Blindfold Experience here. Welcome to another episode of the New Artist Video Spotlight. Here we will be looking at some of the videos featured on the New Artist Spotlight YouTube list. And in each episode we will have a guest discussing their video. We will also have a section where the curators of the YouTube list choose one video each and we play them in full as well. If you don't know what New Artist Spotlight is, it's community for independent musicians, and it's a great place to be. We got playlists on most platforms. We got a weekly top 20 show with the countdown featured on bluetorchradio.com every week. We got a weekly review by Charles Connolly, the great, and we have 10 questions. Well, it's a very supportive community and it's totally free. So if you want to join, visit newartistspotlight.org and sign up. It's fun. So today we have Blue Dirt Girl here from Canada, and we will be talking about her project. You could say it's more of a collective work with many different parts, and we will also play the full video for her song Dreams.
Cherry blossoms raining from the sky, so beautiful, can't close my eyes.
So today we have Kathryn Sutherland from Blue Dirt Girl.
Mm-hmm.
And Kathryn, welcome. Please tell us a little about yourself.
Thanks for inviting me to the podcast, Michael. And I live on the west coast of Canada, in Vancouver, but I grew up in the prairies, which is the central part of Canada. The flatlands, they call it. So I love both topographies. And I've been doing music since I was 12, but I started professionally when I was actually 30 years old and I had my first child. So my timing was a little off, but anyway, and then I had a second child, but I've just been doing music throughout, volunteering at the kids' schools, doing music, which was really fun, working with children. And I had a band called Push 3, which was an art pop band, and had a really great run creating original music. And now I have Blue Dirt Girl.
I was thinking about Blue Dirt Girl. The name, does it mean anything?
Yes, it does. I don't know about you, but naming bands,
Yeah.
it's quite problematic. But I always think about Garbage, one of my favorite bands, and I think if she can call a band Garbage, then really I don't have to worry. But I was lucky enough to be in Florence, Italy, and my husband and boys and I were walking around, and there's a street artist, and he does street art, but it's political. So he takes classics, and he was doing them on the panels, vents and panels on the walls. And there was one of the girl with the pearl necklace, the girl with the pearl earring, but he had her underwater. And for some reason I connected to that and I started to write a song. And then my son said to me, Mom, you love the blue skies and you love the dirt and the land of Saskatchewan and you're a girl. Oh. So really I was like, oh, okay, Blue Dirt Girl. Like I said, it's hard to name a band.
Call my project Face Blind.
Yes.
That's a disorder that people actually have, and I think I have it because I have a real problem recognizing people, especially when they change their hair.
That's so interesting because blind face, I'm going to switch it. That's actually a pretty cool. I mean, in English, I like blind face.
Eventually, I landed on blind face instead.
No, I like it. Yeah, the blindfold. Yeah. Oh, now okay, that's cool. Okay, now I'm with you now. That's clever, very clever.
Yeah. So tell me, why did you start Blue Dirt Girl?
For many years, so my older brother always played amazing music, really, really loud. He's 5 years older than me, so he influenced me with his Elton John and just great music, really, really loud. And he heard me playing in my bedroom one time because I did take guitar lessons, and I just had an affinity for it very quickly. And he heard me playing and he opened the door and he goes, I thought that was the radio. So he was kind of one of the first people to recognize, because I always stayed behind a closed door. And then as the years went by and he saw my other bands and my other experiences, he said, I really would like you to go out on your own. He really thought that I could do that. So it's a deep connection with my brother.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have an EP out, and that's 4 songs.
Yeah.
You had a project for the EP.
Yeah, when I in another life I was a social worker and I did community work, and Blue Dirt Girl was finally actually the confluence of those two things.
Yeah.
So I could do my music and I could do social justice and I could also bring people up. I also do all my videos, and I was tired of it. So I said, there's 4 people and they were all young people that I knew in my life. And I said, pick a song. I'm not going to say a darn thing. And that's how it started. And it turned out really, really very, very great. Wonderful.
So tell me a little about I Don't Mind and the video for it.
So the artist who did that, her name is Anna, and I've known her since she was born. She's an exquisite photographer and just a great thinker. What I love about it is I Don't Mind is such a frenetic song, and she has such a meditative video. And that's a video driving from Vancouver to Calgary. Yeah, so that's where that came from. She just went the opposite end, and I love it. I wanted to do a song with my drummer and bassist, who I haven't mentioned. Albert Clausen is the bassist. He does background vocals. And Jason Overy is a drummer and percussionist. I've worked with them for over 20 years. So when we did I Don't Mind, I wanted us to not have a structure. So jam. Basically, we're jamming out. I brought the idea forward and we jammed it out, and because we trust each other, we figured we'll do it live and then I'll just look at them and we'll shut the song down. So it was a really cool experiment. I had 2 depressive episodes in my life in the last 6 years, so I find when you survive those kind of things that I don't mind.
And the next song we're going to talk about is Blood.
It's a song that keeps coming up. So I've recorded it now 3 times, and but it's mostly the lyrics. The lyrics are really important to me and relevant to my life. And Jason decided to do hip hop drums. Albert stayed with the super solid bass. My guitar part stayed the same, and then Max, who we were mentoring, I told him about The Police, the band, and the song Bring On the Night. I wanted to have that reggae vibe or hip hop vibe with another influence. And the video is by August, and he is a friend of my son, and he's a writer and he sketches and just super multi-talented, and he chose Blood and then did that insane, I guess animated in a way, sketches, and just totally, the trees in that video, totally love it, and I love the black and white, and again, just told him to do what he wanted to do.
To arrange the words for fear we enveloped by the dark weight of fear. If you let the words out there, shred your tongue, shred your tongue.
It's kind of a big project, I'd say.
Yeah.
Many people involved. So
yeah. Yeah.
Sunset Daddy, it's a tribute to your dad, I think.
Yeah, it is. My dad passed away 3 years now ago, and
Sorry.
thank you. He had a great run, and I wanted to sing something positive. And with the song, I just wanted kind of a funk soul. It just started with that da 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 da. We really connected on the land, and there's farmland that I took my children to every summer, and he and I would pull fences and I would help him outside. He could remember the lyrics to every song, and I think that's how I have that. So it was nature, music. He loved jazz, and we didn't talk that much. We didn't have a real chatty, but we were just very connected.
Stop what you're doing. I think this one's gonna be a good one.
And then the video, I couldn't do it. And my brother thankfully said yes, Kent. And he's a great artist. He's an architect for money, and he's a great artist on the side. But he did those photos. I said, what reminds you of Dad? And oh, he did those amazing pictures. The video was made by Veronica. So she was my co-op student. Another incredible artist, and totally got Blue Dirt Girl's song and how I present things online. And so she did the video. It was her first video ever. Oh my goodness, gorgeous video. So yeah, that's Sunset Daddy.
So before we talk about the last song, Dreams, could you tell us something about your recording process?
Yes. Dan Ponich. Yeah. Dan Ponich Music Productions on Instagram. He was the sound person at one of my shows, and the trio I was playing with, Albert and Jason, he just loved it. And he came up and we just clicked. He's a really, really cool young man and did a very good job with the sound. So we stayed in touch, and he bought some of my merch and he wouldn't let me give it away, which was a really cool thing at the time because he wasn't getting paid very much, and neither was I, but he insisted on paying for the t-shirt. But I went into the studio with him, and he's got big ears. Yeah. He listened. I'm not musically trained. So I told him about 80s dance music and videos repeating on the wall and music and lights, and he would just grab a synth or a guitar, play it. He hit an amp at one time to get a certain sound. So we just had a really super connection, and he listened to me and he brought forward what I wanted. And he's just a super talented engineer. So that was the process. It was 3 days, no air conditioning, and 32 degrees.
I was thinking about the covers for the singles. They're pretty cool sketches. Can you tell us a little about them?
Yes, they are a very good friend of mine. Kiki Yee did all the sketches, and she's a very talented photographer. I've used many of her photos on my posts. And then she, again, I said, you choose the images for each song. And so she did the sketches. That's Kiki Yee, very talented photographer, artist, sketch artist, and she's also editor.
They look great. I like.
Yeah, thank you.
Very clean white background and just blue sketch.
Yeah.
Also, you sent me before a few videos with time lapses of a painting, an artist.
Yeah, Josh Clausen lives on Vancouver Island, and he is actually the nephew of my bass player Albert. And he is a very talented artist. And I saw him post a time lapse, and so I reached out to him, and I said, would you just do that? Just listen to the songs and paint something? And he said yes. So they're time lapse, minute or less, And then he ended with a painting. So I'm selling Kiki's sketches on my store, bluedirtgirl.com, and I'm selling Josh's final finished paintings too. And I use them for teasers before I release the album. So yeah, thanks for asking about that.
Okay, so we're going to watch the video for Dreams now, but before I just want to ask, what happened to Billy?
Yes. He's very important. He's my my Havanese, my little dog, and I always call him my manager.
Yeah.
And he helps me with every decision because he agrees with everything I say, and he sits right here beside me.
Cherry blossoms raining from the sky, so beautiful, can't close my eyes. Swinging in the breeze, trying to touch those trees. Images fly by, let out a sigh.
So Dreams is about being a mother, and aging, and kids growing up, and wanting my house to be a warm, safe place for my children. So I wrote with that in mind, and I almost didn't put it on the album because I thought it's quite a pretty song, but Dan and I talked, and I love Emmylou Harris, so I was inspired by her that she sings very pretty songs that are powerful, and yeah, so it's just about my kids growing up and pushing them on the swing for all those years, and then they just, yeah, so that was the core of it, and people have responded very well to that song, and I think yeah, it's interesting because it almost wasn't on the album, on the EP, so yeah, that's Dreams.
Life goes up and life goes down. Or just spins around. But we'll always return to warm, safe hands.
And for the video for Dreams?
Oh, yes, that's Maya. I love her dearly. She's one of my closest friend's daughters. So I just said, go for it. She wanted to use pictures of my boys, and they said, no way. So she was like, oh! And I said, you can do this. And then she came up with that super cool concept. She figured it all out. She did it, and she did I sent her all the videos, and she collaged them. And at certain points, my lips actually match the studio recording. It's crazy. Yeah, so that's Maya. She's just another super creative young person, and yeah, just blew me away. Yeah, blew me away.
Or just spins around. But we'll always return to warm, safe hands.
So I love that video. Can you tell us where can we find you on socials or web?
So if you go to bluedirtgirl.com, all my videos, my blog, my history, my store with my merch and my music. Instagram is Blue Dirt Girl Music. Twitter is Blue Dirt Girl. Bandcamp, it's Blue Dirt Girl. So And then YouTube. My channel is Blue Dirt Girl.
And all these videos we can watch fully on your YouTube?
On my channel, yeah. They're all there.
I'll be sure to check them out again. Well, Kathryn, thank you for joining us today. It's really nice talking with you. Yeah,
thank you for asking me, and big thank you to NAS, New Artist Spotlight. Yay. It's the best way to support indie musicians. Just,
Okay, thank you, Kathryn, for being our guest today. Next up, we have the Curator's Choice. And first up is Emerson Tanaka, and he's also a member of the video team. And Emerson, please say hi and tell us what video you have chosen.
Thank you, Michael. Hi, I'm Emerson from Ancient Machine. And for this episode, I have chosen a very nice song called Chute Libre by Romain Helvétius. I think this is a nice video with great drone images, and even though I don't understand a word in French, I can follow the story. Really great images inside a hotel, and mostly outside images of the artist, which is really hard to color correct. So my point is, if you have budget, just hire a video company or a videographer. They will definitely do a really great job. Just a reminder, we are not looking for expensive or full of effect videos. We are looking for interesting and creative videos that fit perfectly with your song. So as long as it's not a static image or audio waveforms, your video could be featured here. So let's get creative. Anyway, enough of me. Just enjoy Romain Helvétius.
Bien sûr, on peut pas tout réparer. Nos blessures seront toujours à nos côtés. J'ai pas toujours écouté, pas toujours trouvé la clé. À double tour, on s'est enfermé, on s'est fait prisonnier. En pleine chute libre, on veut s'accrocher, tomber trop vite pour s'y préparer. Y'a rien à faire à présent, faut juste laisser faire le temps. En pleine chute libre, on peut plus faire semblant. Tout s'accélère, on est à court de plan. Y'a rien à faire à présent, faut juste laisser faire le temps. Oui, bien sûr, on veut pas tout effacer, tous nos murs. Faudra bien les faire tomber. J'ai pas toujours écouté, pas toujours trouvé la clé. À double tour, on s'est enfermé, on s'est fait prisonnier. En pleine chute libre, on veut s'accrocher, tomber trop vite pour s'y préparer. Y'a rien à faire à présent, faut juste laisser faire le temps. En pleine chute libre, on peut plus faire semblant. Tout s'accélère, on est à court de plan. Y'a rien à faire à présent, faut juste laisser faire le temps. En pleine chute libre, on veut s'accrocher, tomber trop vite pour s'y préparer. Y'a rien à faire à présent, faut juste laisser faire le temps. En pleine chute libre, on veut s'accrocher, tomber trop vite pour s'y préparer. Y'a rien à faire à présent, faut juste laisser faire le temps. En pleine chute libre, on peut plus faire semblant. Tout s'accélère, on est à court de plan. Y'a rien à faire à présent, faut juste laisser faire le temps. Y'a rien à faire, rien à faire, rien à faire. Faut laisser faire, laisser faire, laisser faire. Y'a rien à faire, rien à faire, rien
That was a great choice, Emerson. And next up, we have the Blocka from the Blocka. Please say hi and tell us what video you have chosen and why.
Hi, this is the Block, and for this episode I've chosen a hard-rocking protest song called Hey Man by DJ Connery. I liked this video because it's a cracking tune and it's got smoke bombs, a ninja and a trapeze artist. So here's Hey Man by DJ Connery.
Hey man, what's your plan? Touch the world if you can. We are more, we are humans, we are one. Some are black, some are white. Our heart is red, red in love. We are one. Hey man, what's your plan? Catch the world if you can. We are more, we are humans, we are one. We are left and we are right. We don't need a fight. We need peace. We are one. Hey man, what's your plan? Your plan, catch the world if you can. Come on, try. We are more, we are one. Hey man, what's your plan? You need a war, you need a clash. You make a suit just for cash. We're not your slaves. Fuck your plan. Hey man, 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 fuck your plan.
Yeah, that was another great choice. Well done. Well, that's it for today. And like I said earlier, if you want to be a part of New Artist Spotlight, you can visit newartistspotlight.org and sign up. Become a member, it's free and it's fun.